Hey everyone, Ray here, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dawntrail. I kind of messed a little bit with some of my settings for my recording software. Hopefully the picture looks a little better. Sorry about the first episode being a little grayish, kinda. Hopefully it's a little more clear and bright. Again, still working out how to use OBS. It's a learning process for me, so bear with me. But regardless, we're back in the game, and we need to go up, and up, and up, and even further up, I think. I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out how this place works. But, yeah. So far I've been enjoying the game so far, and I am really looking forward to what actually comes up from this expansion, because, God, the stuff that I've seen so far has gotten me really interested. But yeah, I think I mentioned before, but I'm going through this as a gunbreaker. I don't usually tank. My main thing is usually playing Dancer or Reaper. That's usually my main thing. And so you're all going to get to see me tank, and hopefully I'm not a fucking embarrassment. Because again, I only started tanking near the end of Endwalker. So yeah. This will be interesting. I did learn both Warrior, Gunbreaker, and Dark Knight because I wanted to do all those quest lines. If you guys have ever seen our podcast, then you should know about that. And if you haven't seen the podcast, why the fuck haven't you? Go watch it. Anyway, enough shilling. Let's continue moving up and up and up and further up. Oh god, living in the city would give me a heart attack from all this. Oh god, I am actually out of shape. I need to actually start working out. But yeah, oh, thank god there's an aetheryte here. So I don't have to warp all the way up here. If I recall right, there's a jumping puzzle over there. I can see it. If it's anything like the tower in Kugane, I won't be able to do it on a controller. But, why the heck not? Let's give it a quick shot. Okay. And nope. I'm not going to make you guys watch me go through it again. I just wanted to see how far I could go. I'll do that in my own time. But anyway, open the main gates, and wow, this place is impressive. Very much so. Actually, one second. There we go, I kind of messed with the saturation colors because it looked a little too bright on my recording software. Sorry about that. Again, still learning how to use this fucking thing. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. And Wuk Lamat. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Alright. Upon speaking to Erskville, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Alright. Get comfy, folks. We got cutscenes. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best as I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down the alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly curls. I love these two. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home, and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Oh boy. What are we in for?
Estinian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Agreed.
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
Oh boy.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
No fair, you...
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Hello.
Know that you are the strongest I've fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
Oh boy. Hyping me up, eh?
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tural.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Aw, that's cute. Lamati. I like that.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, DawnServant.
Oh, really now?
Took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Very well then. And these others? I assume are Lamatis recruited allies. Ha! All-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the rite is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
He shows up, fights, asks no questions, leaves. That's our Estinian. Alright.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Gona. The third promise, Wuk Lamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakun Jaja.
Okay, so only the royalty is called the promise.
You four will compete in the Rite of Succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as DawnServant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyollal is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The Rite of Succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyollal I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamucha at all.
Suck it.
So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the one-head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
I don't think he was afraid.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself.
Alright, let's hear it.
To triumph in the Rite of Succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Toroll and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyollal. I traveled the lands of Toroll with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City.
Well now, color me intrigued.
I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
Alright, bring what exactly? These are the things that were on the tablets.
The Tuliyollal saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth.
Okay, this is interesting.
Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge.
Oh boy.
You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The Rite of Succession begins now.
Not even giving him the time of day. I
I'll be
like this
watching
guy.
your progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Oh, Kryl.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my order some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time.
Oh, come on, you tease.
I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the Rite of Succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, DawnServant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
Alrighty then. Well,
how about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
oh. Oh, I love shit like this. Ooh, that is a lot of people.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Do you even need to have to ask at this point?
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
No, I want to see where this journey leads.
So you are committed to your path?
Yep. No pulling out now.
I will speak no more of it then.
Good. You were getting annoying about it.
As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the DawnServant's revelation.
Here they come!
It's Zeralja!
Alright, Zeralja.
Fierce and mean. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliyollal's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Zeralja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilient son, blood heir to the DawnServant, has heard your pleas.
Zeralja, the first promise and commander of the landscape. Zeralja, the palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Zeralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Zeralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
Well, you would know.
He's a natural swordsman. A gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists.
Oh, so he's the one.
This puts him in direct opposition to Wuk Lamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Zeralja, the warmonger.
So this is our opponent.
Cryon, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zeralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Oh boy. Next is Kona.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the Rite of Succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named DawnServant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliyollal with every bright notion he learned of in Sharlia. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuk Lamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
I'd like to see that. Maybe in the future.
How gracious of you all to cheer.
Oh, I didn't mean to skip.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawnservant.
Oh, you are plenty different. Plenty.
That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyollal. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity. Well said, brother.
God. You're going to get your ass kicked deeply, I hope.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliyollal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
A few.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become DawnServant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
And we got two of those.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Tuliyollal way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliyollal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuk Lamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuk Lamat was taking part in the Rite of Succession?
Of the Dawn's promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Ooh, third sibling.
Better, Wuk Lamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess we're off now. She's a good girl. Poor thing. It's so rough. Alright. How you say? Two-head complainant but cool jaw treats everyone around him as a lesser being. No doubt he's trying to elevate Mamulja above other races should he become DawnServant. Like how the Garleans Empire affords special status to pure-blood Garleans. One of the second promise is intent on developing this country by means of Charlian innovations. Given his background, I suppose it should come as no surprise. Trial. Ooh, interesting. There's so much for the brief union I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard in any case. We should talk about how we should go find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and the connection to the Tuliyollal saga. I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars. We can check any discrepancies between them. Good idea, let's go take a look. Alright. Oh, we're off. The story's starting to take place. Or not take place, but starting to reveal itself. This'll be interesting. Although I'm thinking that my outfit's starting to look a little funny, because I wanted to go for a vacation, but this is getting a bit more serious than I thought it would. Let's change to my actual gunbreaker glamour. There we go. Much better. Make sure my Yeah, let's make sure my portrait's fine. That was supposed to be my vacation one, but let me just fix these. Because these are going to drive me nuts. Just in case I actually switched over. Actually, let me make sure my portrait looks good. The one that I'm using. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. But yeah, I think this look will look better for what we have in mind. I would use the glam that I'm using for my VTube avatar, but yeah, that's more for my Reaper, and I don't want to do Reaper for this expansion. I want to do Gunbreaker. I feel like it fits more with the theme, at least in my head. Alright. That makes everyone. Wuk Lamat, the tablets if you would. Of course. Everyone has a tablet, then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Am I supposed to do, like, the camera thing, or... Alright. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? DawnServant says we would have to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tural's people, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliyollal saga. The events the glyphs portray, do we know the exact location where they took place? If one is closed, we could check this search there for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. We think the Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold, the one involving the Pelu village, is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask about the road ahead. I've heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about the storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Toral several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. Information we need. Just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Alright, sounds good. Alright. Oh. How did I miss this Aethernet shard? I'm a dummy. Alright. That's right, the reservation is under Wuk Lamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you're finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zibravia Tir. Cannot pronounce any of this shit! Greetings, visitors to Tuliyollal. Welcome to the Forward Cabins. Whenever you are ready, I will show you to your rooms. Sounds good. Let me actually see what the room looks like. Forward Cabins. Ooh. Oh. Oh, this might be my new favorite room. Oh. Wow. Wow. Actually, let me check on my retainers. Alright. Yep. Alright, sending them on their missions so they can start leveling up. Alright, I think we're good here. I'll definitely be spending a lot more time here in the future. But in the meantime, we should head to our next location. Which I can already see the destination. And here we go. Yes, we shall do that right now. Trust you'd be the keenest to head out, Rei'tan. Where Errinville and Wuk Lamat, I wonder? Oh good, you're all here. And who might your companions be? Seeing as we need information, I thought who'd better to get it from than the locals. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I give you credit for taking the initiative, at least. What do you mean, at least? I am honored that the Third Province would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your questions. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions where we need to act independently. So I brought these two for you. What's this? It's called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. Basically, they're cell phones. They'll be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing you to my new friends here. Approachable Hell. Helpful Hanu. Alright. Tuliyollal Saga features a number of Tural's clans. Two of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the way of reeds in their home village, Okanu, is located in Kozama'uka. The other smaller fellow is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Torkopacha. They appear in the way of gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods in Wachun Pelo, their village. Now, as we're deciding the village first, why don't you put that adventurous instinct of yours to work for us, Rei'tan? Pick our destination. Ah, here we go. This is where we branch out. Okay, do I want to go to Kozama'uka or Torkopacha? Let me talk to you. To Kozama'uka. What is it you'd like to know? The route to Ukano. We go south through the Arch of Dawn, then follow the road which runs alongside the Kozama'uka River, is that right? It is. Be warned, however. My brethren tell me the recent storm has rendered the path even muddier than usual. Footing is quite poor in some parts. Far worse was the destruction visited upon our homes, though. Houses were torn apart and several people were injured, if not killed. Even our beloved festival is in danger of being called off this year. If you do still plan on going, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Be sure to watch our footing, thank you. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. Sounds like they were hit hard by that storm. Anyway, if we're bound for Kozama'uka, we should head over to the Arch. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, Master Merchant. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at the Bravo. Yay, it's all been arranged. Alrighty. Wing of Protection Scout, what quest is this? You done? Oh, this is for hunts. I'll come back to you later, on my own free time. For now, though, we should actually get going. This place is so jazzy. Wasn't expecting it, but I really appreciate it. So through this gate, we'll be on our way to Kozama'uka. Alright. Alright. Alright, Wuk. Are we ready to leave? Then onward to Kozama'uka. Open the way. Here we go.
Kozama'uka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuk Lamat, we proceeded along the marshy trail, a road upon which the DawnServant and his comrades once traveled.
Ooh. Alright then.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tuliyollal does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
Ooh. Alrighty. Wetlands is an apt name, much of the ground here is positively saturated. I love to stand at the bottom of those huge waterfalls and bask in the magic of it all. They're so far away. Alright, Kryl? There's no stopping the third promise, is there? Good thing she has Erinville to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Alright, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Alrighty. So, let me get on my mount. Although first, I want to see what it's like to fight you. Oh, so this is the battle music. Alright. Just a little bit of extra experience to push me along the way. Back to normal mount speed. I've been gathering riding maps for a while, and so this feels very slow. And, of course, can't fly. Before I talk to you all, got an aetheryte to hit. Gemstone trader, merchant vendor. Wow, this place is very nice. Holy shit. This little game looks amazing. Alright, grab that. Now let's go talk to everyone. Alright, Aaronville? Ah, everyone has arrived, and none for the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud despite my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything! Anyway, this is Hanu Village. I was telling you about Okanu. Alrighty. I'm almost to a level up. In a while. Like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we can to... We came to do to find this elector. Ohokali! Oh, what now? The Hanu greeting, surely you've heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanuhali, welcome you to Okanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the Rite of Succession. So our ideas about the electors was correct. We just do as Papa said and retrace his path from the saga. I'm ready. Give me the feed and test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. At the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Well, okay then. We poke around a bit then. We might pick up some clues about this feat. You know, prepare ourselves. That's surprisingly prudent of you. What, you think I'm being too cautious? No, I'm impressed as all. You admire and respect your father, who is prone to decisive action. So I expect you to rush in first and ask questions later, or never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker who takes time to consider all the possibilities. The long naps he takes these days, though, the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. Can't fault you for thinking that's all there is to him, but there's more to the DawnServant you've seen thus far. You should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. To return to the subject at hand, do you wish to take a look around Okanu then? Do some groundwork before the feats begin? Something like that. I mean, you could possibly pass the test with my eyes closed, but it'll keep us busy while we're waiting. Wuk Lamat has the right of it. As Elder Zanuhali is a resident of this village, learning more can only improve our chances in this feat. I suggest a division of forces, for instance. Aaronville, Alizé, and Kryl could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuk Lamat, Rei'tan, and myself will handle the northern half. Alright, sounds fine. Sounds good to me. Okay, so we're now actually looking through this place proper. Gemstone Trader. Okay. Alright. That's all you got so far? Let's start off with the spirited Hanu. You've heard about the storm? I've never seen the likes of it before. The supplies And the help of the DawnServant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there's not much else that was lost. There's so much else that was lost for good. And we got a vantage point right here. Oh! Got a Hrothgar in a similar outfit. That's funny. Oh, I didn't mean to activate that. No. Gaping hole in the wall and missing portion of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. Okie dokie. And Wuk Lamat over here. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken of are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something that I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. Alright, let's keep looking. Bundled reeds. Dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. Okay. And there's something up here now. Let me look at the map. Any fires? Earthenshire. Earthenshire! Oh, it's like Idleshire. Matter of boat? Boat of woven reeds. Woven for reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathers and tail in particular stand out. Alright, Alfie? This boat must have worn from the same reeds I have seen gathered to bundles here and there. Plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu then. Hello, can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. Alright. Now to hurry over. Let's see what they gotta say. Oh, Kona's here.
No sign of Zorolja, or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, elder of the Hanu.
Oh, I wasn't
I
expecting
am
a
also
female.
a lector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
Oh, these fuckers are already here.
You made it after all.
Fuck.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the DawnServant during our own chapter of the Tuliyollal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be DawnServant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, mercy me. You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
Ah, get wrecked, fucker.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The Feat of Reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Oh, I will be every one of your problems.
Damn it, I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
All right. Quest complete. And I leveled up. And, well, I think that's a good place to stop here for now. I'm taking it bit by bit, slow and steady. Also, I just don't want to run my computer so long that it overheats, because I'm running this off of MacBook. It's not the best. Hopefully things will smooth out, and we'll see how it goes. So, Until next time, this is Ray, signing out. Later guys, and have a good day.